Hello and welcome back. Right, we have got some equipment to collect and a couple, 2 or 3 trees to cut. Let's just see how good the pathfinding is. I can't remember if it's on the road. It's sometimes good and sometimes bad. Is this a good or a bad day at the office for the AI workers? That is the question. Right, so we need to... we need to send that to the store. See if it doesn't move quickly. Oh no, that's moving. That looks good. Right, we'll go and grab the... Now while that is going, I'm trying to spit my words out. Well, that's going. Now where did I leave the... Yeah, the wood. Please tell me I've got it about. Please. Right, let's drop that off at the back. Yeah, so the transport one is just for transport this time. Now then, weight. Where did I stick the weight? Aha! I left it on the very trailer that I'm saying. Yeah, there's a bit of... I've taken the mod off that does free groundworks now, so anything that we do now is going to cost us, which is where I like it to be. I only did it for one episode on the Rizu Forest. Right, we've got 2 or 3 trees to cut from the middle that were looking out of place. Then what we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah, the one thing I was forgetting... Oh, wow! This is so weird. At one time it can come on with this and it's absolutely spot on empty. Then another time it's weird. I don't get it. It's with a mod. It's got to be, because say I've got 2 tractors... Giants tractors, still modded, but yeah, they perform very well. So there's one of the trees that's in the way. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, I think. Right, okay. Right, I need to change view. Right, this is... yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to time lapse this. We're going to chop the 3 trees down, take the 1 load of wood to the sawmill, get that money cashed in. Then we're going to paint a field edge, cut the grass with coarse splay. Silage bales. Now, did we ever... I can't remember if I ever did get silage equipment. I know I spoke about it, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I've got a mower. Oh, I never got a windrower either. No. Yeah, we've got the baler. We would need to get... Yeah, it's a traditional baler. What is on special today? Right, okay, yeah. I'll think about this while we're working. So, yeah, we're going to... Yeah, that's really thrown me a bit of a wobble. I thought I'd... Right, we shall see. I might get... Trouble is, we've not got much money. Let's have a look how that's going. Oh, very well. Oh, do you know, because I've not got all the equipment, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do what I was going to do first, and that is we're going to cut a field, traditional field. We'll do grassworks at some other time. I always start with grasswork anyway, so it'd be nice to have a change. We're going traditional farming. Right, so I'm going to say my words. Yes, we're going to cut out a field and sow once we've got that front box, and it should work. I've got the 6 metre that does. So I'm going to say my words. We know what we're doing. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Thinking about this in a more logical sort of thing, we've got enough grass to make some, even if we cut this grass and we make bale it and we buy a tool to make that into silage, the 30 grand we have to pay for the kit, we may well earn that in what we actually produce. So to waste 30 grand, or the possibility of 30 grand, it's, in my opinion, if you were a farmer in this position, would be a very wasteful thing. So, in harmony with that fact, I am going to change my mind. Yeah, what we're going to do is we are going to send this back to the start. Let's get the road. We're going to go and buy that one of my favourites. Oh, that's a point. A trailer, we haven't. We worry about that at a later date. We will. One thing at a time. Although, yes, the Bale thing is over there. Let's use our head. Right. Okay. So then we need to buy. Right. We're going to buy a trailer. This Bale loaders, I think it's very, very reasonable. I've tried this in a few different Let's Plays. Not sure about that one. Has it got straps? Yes, it has. It's got eyelets. Yeah, I like to try different things, but I'd rather try one that I know. Let's have a look how big this is in comparison. I don't know that is much big. It's more reasonable at the minute. And at the minute every penny counts. Now then, let's go class colours. Yeah, class green. Rim colour. It's close to class. Right, and we will buy that. And we will buy this while we've got the money. We were going to get the bale wrapper. I'm going to go for my hybrid extractor. It's got to be the square. So, and I do love this, really do. It's amazing. So, let's go for one I've not gone for, green. Right, buy. So we're down to 47,000, but that doesn't mean to say, right, we're going to leave the bale wrapper over there. Set destination, go to the shop. Go and pick the bale trailer because that's what we're going to need first. Now then, let's go back to the Orion. Are they in our way? No, they're not. Right, we need to create a course now using Courseplay, old school Courseplay, that's been reintroduced. I love this feature. Right, so we want to go into Courseplay. We don't want that automatic repair. Switch that off straight away. Source up only to. It's this screen I want, and create job. Courseplay field work. Now I need to go onto Dell, start custom field recording, and let's record the edges of this field. Let's go around the natural sort of boundaries, and you'll see the dots appearing. For those who don't know, I know there's a lot of people who already are heavily. Ooh, he says as he goes the wrong way. Yeah. Let's go give ourselves a bit of room around the edges of the trees. Doesn't matter that it's a weird shape. We want as much grass as possible without bumping into trees. We will cut the grass, hopefully make something back from the Bale wrapper. And then in the future we can cut grass again. We can make more custom fields in time, because this is a big area. Wow, it is a big area. Ooh. Join the two edges of the custom field. Ish. Maybe one more. Nope, that's it. Stop custom. We do want that to be called CP1. Yes. Right, now then. Let's cut that off. Let's speed time up and let's see when this is going to stop. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to be a long one. Yielding. Right, let's get that done. So then, now we do go into proper courseplay mode. We pick courseplay. No, we don't draw custom field. We want to create job. Go to fieldwork custom. Yes, exactly that. Open generator. 6.8 meters, one. Oh, it's yeah, I think 3 actually. Go 9% overlap, no extra. Generate. That's quite a nice. Looks almost like an elephant's head without the yeah, with the trunk going off course. Now, one thing I have noticed about courseplay recently is if you do it from that screen, that used to work, but now it doesn't. You have to do it from this one, which is weird. If you do it from the other, even if you clear the course, I noticed last time I used courseplay that it still goes to the previous recorded course, which is a bit ridiculous. Now then, we're going to need to shift that. It was a little bit in the way. Ooh. One thing we did forget. Windrower. Right, I was forgetting about the windrower. Okay, let's go to the Massey. Yeah, we're going to need windrower first, aren't we? Oh, do you know, I could have been clever. If I'd have been a little bit clever and got the front loader on, we could have actually stuck the windrower on the trailer. That's annoying. No, it's not got a trailer hitch, nor the possibility for one, if I remember. No, it's not. What, you don't expect that for that kind of reasonable price. Right, so we need to... Are we going to lease? I don't think we can afford to buy this time. We're going to lease a windrower, I think. Oh, shall we? No, I've done that before. I'm not going to do... not use a windrower. I'm going to go for... the Samas. How big is that? Yeah, let's lease that. I think it's £1,000. Yep. Right, okay. Yeah, I did know there'd be a lot of running around. It was one of those. I did sort of say this all first thing, but that's, I wanted it to be realistic. That's why I've kept the tree. If you imagine you were in this situation, you were having to order things in. Now then, let's get some fuel in here. Then it would take you a while. You'd have to put up with things that didn't work right. And that's what I'm trying to simulate with the dolly. It's not ideal, it's not working right, but we're making it work in time. Again, also some of it's affording. Our money is getting exceptionally low, so we're going to have to put up with certain things. Lease if we need to rather than buy. don't want to do that though. It's not the way that I like to play it, but it is indeed very much. Right, let's go to there. And what else can we do? Shall we? In fact, let's use our brain. Set destination. Send the Valtra. Let's see also if they can cope with more than one on the road at one time. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the Orion. Oh, I've done it again. I've not changed the names. I like to call them after Star Wars characters. Oh well. It's almost like 3 windrows in places. Wasn't a bad price for the wood either, 13,000. I was quite pleased with that. I think what it is I get used to. Mind you, I think when I played my first logging map, well, it wasn't a logging map, but it had a lot of logging on it. I actually was on easy settings, so it's no wonder. I'm thinking back to when I used to take a full load, and it was between 30 to 40,000 for a full one of that trailer. Obviously, this is FS22, and we're on normal economy, so 13,000 for almost a full load. Yeah, it's not far off what you would expect, really. Let's see how they're doing now. Will they crash? Or are they going to be clever? Let's have a look, see what they do. I'm just interested in seeing how the AIs actually approach this kind of thing, or whether we're going to have a disaster, because they do normally go around each other. Wow. Wow, I'm impressed. That's good. Yes, that's good, it is. I do like that. Let's grab hold of Franz. We shall take over. Thank you very much for assistance. We can start to create a course. Set the windrow going, because I think we've got enough rounds to cope with that now. Be careful. It's very narrow. Right. Yes, in some ways I'm second guessing myself, and I'm thinking I should have gone for field 4, but I'm not. Yeah, swings and roundabouts. We've still got to go both sides, so yeah, I think you can always second guess. Also, it left us a little bit of money, and when you consider what we've got now, we wouldn't have had that one now. We'd have been literally to the bone, and you need a bit of a buffer. Right. Yeah, let's let's aim for the right place. Right. Now then. Okay, is he? Ah, yeah, they are. Right, create job. Course play. Open generator. See, yeah, it even reads this wrong. It reads this wrong even on. Oh, let's just try something. See if it reads it because it's unfolded or folded. Let's have a look. Let's create that again. Does it? Is it that? I'm trying to generate a course. No, it's nothing to do with that. Right. 8.4 meters manually then. Oh, that's really annoying how it doesn't read some things. At least I know it's not, because it's not unfolded. I know others it reads fine. So 8.4, number of headlands. We'll do 2. 9%. Generate. And first waypoint. Go. That's got to be at the shop, surely. It is indeed. Let's grab that. Let's bring something else back. Now I'm thinking we leave the Bale wrapper here, because actually the Bale place is actually on this side of the map, so we could actually bring the bales here. And trouble is, yeah, it's true actually. With this, there is that trick that I learnt a couple of you can make them into stacks of 3, and then they stack so lovely. So yeah, do you know, let's learn the tricks that we've learnt. Definitely. Should we? Yeah, let's top up the fuel as well as we're passing. Got to get into good habits when we're in the area. Right. Yes, I'm trying to play this realistically as well. I'm not going to be placing a fuel mod. I might buy the pallet though, that's realistic. You could take a couple of barrels of diesel with you. I'm not going to be silly and sort of limit things in a foolish way, but yeah, I do think it would be... When I first saw this map, I thought, oh, it's another... Oh, okay. Where are you going to go? Yes, you are. I thought we've got quite a few pioneering type maps. I thought we've got obviously the original, we've got No Man's Land, and we've got Calm Lands now. And then I thought, yeah, but isn't all Farming Simulator maps where you've got jobs to do? I thought you could say that about any map, and it is a lovely map. There's some lovely tree types, some lovely terrain. How you go with any Let's Play is really down to you yourself. Oh. They will pick that one up. Yeah, it really is down to you yourself on how you do that. Oh no, we need to save this course while I'm waffling on. We need to... Oh, we also need to create a folder. And we need to call it the Pioneers map. Save course. Now this it won't let me do, if I remember rightly. Yeah, you have to come out, go back in. It's another bug. Save course. Now it will let me do it. And we call it... oh, no, that's just forced. I'm going to call it the centre field. And it is 8.4 metre wind. Brilliant. Then we can use the... yeah, in fact, I think we're going to swap tractors because the Mass is the only one that can actually cope with that, I think. The Vulture could just about, but yeah, not quite. Nah, it's still a long way away. Well, we're about halfway through the field with grass. It is quite a big field. Quite pleased. And there's still lots and lots of... Let's have a look on the map. Yeah, there's easily place for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 fields of a similar size all around. The bank, though, does take a little bit of that. So, but yeah. So really, it's done carefully. You could have a monster field, or you could have 4 or 5 medium-sized fields. So yes, we're going to need to have some demarcation lines, though. Ooh. Why? You have not done your 2 rounds. Why have you veered off? I wonder if he would... That's strange. It shouldn't have done that. At least I wouldn't have thought so. It's 2 rounds. Now, why did it veer off then? That makes absolutely no sense. Oh well. Unless the worker hit it. That's the only thing I can think. It does affect things. Right, yeah, brilliant. Let's grab Franz. Brilliant. And we'll take over the windrow in. We shall set the Massa going on the Bale in. hoping I get away with the windrower staying there a little bit. It is slightly in the way of the mower, that is. Right, till nearest. Let's go grab the Valtra. Let's carry on with the windrowing. I do love this. I've got some very fond memories of the Valtra. I had this on day one. This was my tractor of choice on the original when FS22 was released on French map that his name seems to escape me. Bale, yes. Yeah, I did thoroughly enjoy that one. Right, so we want... Let's load... Activate... Tell nearest... Be careful, be careful... Yeah. Just about. Right, I'm going to get ready with the mower because that's going to be the first to finish. Definitely. I do like this. It's very nice having 3 tractors this early on. They were cracking deals, every single one of them. Yes, it was nice for once not to have to go for absolutely, you know, there must be a modern tractor that's 20 grand type touch. It is nice to be able to have some nice tractors. Not saying the modern ones, I mean, I've got to be honest, I would willingly buy the Fendt GT. I think it is the Bale king, the way it's got its front bumper to push the bales around, well, square ones anyway. Yeah, use it to great effect, and it's so versatile that I would choose it, truly would choose it almost all the time. But you've also need some, it's limited in its range, 115 horsepower. It's okay for a lot of things, but it's certainly limited for others. But I still would choose it as one of my tractors of choice on every single Let's Play because of its versatility. So yes, but it still is nice to have different tractors. To not always have exactly the same tractors, I think will drive people crazy. As much as I love the Fendt GT, and I think you could get away with one tractor that you always had, as long as your other tractors were different. I do love the Valtra. That is definitely, I've got some very fond memories of that on Bale. It was fantastic. Oh, why is the Bale not bailing? Do you know, at this present thing of Courseplay, you seem to have to switch the... Oh, okay, now I do get it. We've not got any twine. You mean I've got to lug that all the way? I did set the rules of engagement. It does seem to indicate we have the long haul back. Right, okay. That explains why Courseplay didn't do what it should have done, because it couldn't. In fact, that's not a bad idea. In case we have some... Right, we're just going to set this going first, and then we shall literally shift the mower quickly out of the way before it gets clocked, basically. Right, so let's send this back to the shop, and we shall buy some twine, and we shan't mow because it's all my own fault. Yep. A lot of to-ing and from-in. Right, so we need to shift the Orion. Do love this. It's such a versatile thing, especially with it being able to have the capability of turning into a mulcher. Very, very good. Ah, now while we've got a minute, while that's going off and that's windrowing, how are we doing? Yeah, I am going to just quickly try the Joskin front box. This normally works with the bigger one. I've tried this on other Let's Plays. It does work as it can be read by the seeders, and you can fill it with a field trigger, which is a massive advantage over the box that we bought for $400 that just transports things. I love the fact that you can fill this from a field trigger, and the fact that it can be read by seeders and planters as additional storage, as a feed tank. That is a massive versatility over the much cheaper transport box. And of course the transport box is what it is. I love this though. This has got to be one of my favourite mods in FS22. This is one mod I don't apologise for taking onto every single Let's Play. I don't apologise for that at all. It's reasonable and so versatile. Again, versatility I think sometimes trumps over multiple tools. This has got so many uses. I've often bought 2 or 3. You can use it for fertiliser, seeds, oh, you name it. The one thing I did like about the original transport box in FS19 though was it was also a shovel. Oh, now where am I going? Where am I going? I've just gone straight past it. That's what happens when you're talking and not concentrating properly. Yeah, I did like that about the original transport box. You could actually use it as a shovel, and that was originally the very first time I actually used it was for that exact purpose, until I saw how versatile it was for things like seeders and like picking up grass. And right, so we want seeds. Yeah, it does allow you to do it. Fantastic. There we go. Absolute bargain. 14,000, 17,000. I know it's not much cheaper really than the Amazon, but it's not again, it's nice to have different things. This is a new mod. I like to show people new mods in action, and if you bought the proper seed tank you'd be talking 35 grand for this. So yeah, cheaper than the Amazon, or about the same price as the Amazon, but it's a different one. And of course it's got 3 tons storage instead of 1. So yeah, this in some ways has got advantages. Still a 4 metre, doesn't fold, but then neither does the Amazon, so yeah. There we go. But, you know, I might stick it on some as well. It's a good crop with a good payout, and we need to definitely earn what we can. Right, let's have a look. How is the baler doing? Oh, very nearly there. Let's grab that. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. We shall buy some twine and we shall fill it up, and any extra we shall... Oh, that's the point. With this kind of weight on it, we could actually sort of be sneaky here. Right, one thing at a time. Yes, we could. Right. No, it's pallets we want, and I'm going to go this time for... It's quite a long way in. If I... Oh, hang on. Yeah, net wraps for round balers, isn't it? Yes, it is. Twine's the little ones further along. Remember. I've got way too many mods. Aha, here we go. We'll go for lizard twine. It's twine when all said and done. 48 is a full pallet. Yes. It takes almost all of this as well. Right, while that's refilling, because it does take a while, we shall go back to see how Franz is doing with the windrower. Excellent. Cracking job. There's quite a lot of grass here. When you consider what we bought, I know we haven't bought the windrower, but that's not a crime. We're only doing this obviously to prepare the field, so I'm hoping that obviously we do this on all of our fields first time, and we will have got the silage to create silage actually from this point onwards. So if we even got 20 grand's worth of bales off this, it would nearly pay for that, the extractor, rather than dead money with leasing. It is something we're going to use over and over again, so let's go and see how we're doing over there. Yeah, I thought so. Right, let's grab that with the big bag winch. Ooh, snagging the baler's getting in the way. Now I am going to do this, and I know there's going to be some people that are going to complain about a lack of realism, but I have got to be honest. If you think about the reality of this situation, there are many times, especially in a place like this, where the laws are not quite so stringent. Ooh, he says. Let's just track. That's. Why did that not? Is it because that's too close? It was. Right. Smashing. There are obviously, the more built up an area is, more cities, and the more industrial, the more rules there are to stop you doing things which are a little bit questionable. I could actually, I think it would be better and safer if I came at this long ways. With the weight of this baler, physics would dictate that this is more than capable of lifting that quite light trailer. So, if we get this reasonably centre, he says, well, at least it's not a wide load. You could look at it like that. Of course, I am going to be honest, if we were doing this in real life, we would be able to do this in a slightly different way, but we have the limitations of the game, so I do apologise for the lack of realism in one way, but if you imagine in reality, I could actually tie that to the back of my baler. We could do that quite safely, so yeah, this is only imagination really, and just using game mechanics to allow me to do something that, yeah, it does look a bit awful, but in real life I would do it a different way, but could still achieve the same results, but in a more believable way. In fact, to be honest, we could sort of do this a slightly more believable way like that. Now, I'm not sure if the AI worker is going to cope with having this in front of it. We shall see, because I have my doubts. I think we may have to, if we're going to do something like that, actually do it ourselves. I think it might moan about having an object in front of it, so let's see. Yeah, I thought so. Right, well, I'd sooner take more and do it ourselves. It's not going to hurt. We've got that strap down. We're not hurting anybody. We're not a wide load. And in real life, I would just take, you know, put it at the back of the baler. So this is more me playing with what I've got, but it is believable, just not exactly like this. But unfortunately, the game doesn't allow me. Actually, I'm trying to think about this. That new towing chain, that actually might allow you to do this properly. I might have to investigate that, because I do like to play as realistically as possible, but also sometimes game mechanics get in the way. But with the towing chain, we might be able to do this legitimately. Because I'd sooner do it in a more believable way than a less believable way. Right, surely the window shouldn't be far off finished now. Surely. But you know, yes, it really should finish any time now. Yes, but you know, if only I had that kind of knack in real life of predicting so quite accurately by sheer fluke. Yeah, it's very bumpy, very believably bumpy, I might add. You can imagine in a forest to find purely flat roads would be a little bit tricky. I do love this map, it is beautiful, it truly is. I never went back into a time lapse, did I? Still, we've been doing different things. It's been, yeah, it's not been same old, so that's, I don't mind showing things even at normal speed if we've got something to show. Right, let's be careful. Now the only bad thing about the big bag lifter is it will not, I can't grab those anymore, but there are ways and means. You don't have to necessarily grab. You could always knock off, which you could obviously in real life. Again, this is what I'm saying, game mechanics sometimes stop you from doing things that you could do in real life. So yeah, I have to work with what I've got, and it's sometimes, yeah, it's not. I've tried to be as realistic as possible, but it isn't always totally. Yeah. Right. Let's shift the. Do this. Grab the vulture off the field, and then we. Yeah, that is a point. Massey's the only one that's done this. I don't think anyone else has got a front loader. Yeah. Because that means we're going to have to wait for the Massey to actually finish before we do anything else. Let's move this off the field. I think I'm going to go into a time lapse. I'm going to watch the Bale for a little while. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and girls on the other side. Right, we're just going to load the trailer up, get them off the field, and we're going to leave it there because that has been a big. But can you see my point? All of those bales that had we have not continued, if you were a farmer, we talk about playing realistically, and sometimes you, the virtual farmer, think, oh, I can't. But yeah, we've got to play to character. We've got to play that this is a pioneer map. That's why I've stuck certain things and certain restrictions on this to play this as realistically as possible, truthfully. Right, and right, let's go grab the trailer, get these stacked on. I love this, the fact that you can stick these through. I'm not sure, I've never tried the big bag winch with, or did I? No, I didn't. I've only used normal bale spikes for this. I do like this, it's very versatile, absolutely amazing. Definitely, if I was gonna, well, it was the big bag handler in FS19 was probably one of my number one. It's just so useful, and this is better. I've got to be honest, I didn't think I'd ever say that. The big bag handler was so fantastic, but I've got to be honest, this has got uses and that's down to game mechanics. That's not having a go at the CSZ pack. It was fantastic and definitely one of my firm favourites. There are some improvements to this game and the game mechanics that I cannot deny, as much as things as I keep saying are broken in some ways. I've got to give Giants they're doing some other ways. This is when this settles down to everything being fixed, or we know looking at past things that's not likely to happen. There were faults still remaining. I remember Frithgar pointing out one implement that Giants always knew about that people complained about, and that always just, I think it was it a mower or a windrow? It was a mower, and it just used to drop onto the floor, and it looked so horrible. And Frithgar said lots of people had complained about it. Giants knew about it, but it was one of those things that it was good enough, so they left it. There were bigger problems, but yeah, if that's the maximum, wow, it's not wanting to go forwards. Why not? You're not pushing against anything. Okay, that is the one shortcoming of the big bag winch, is if you stick something on wrong, do not let go of whatever you've got until you're happy with the position on a trailer, because if you try to grab it, you'll grab not only what you grab, but you'll grab the trailer too. So you have, it is one of those things, there's a learning curve with it where, yeah, and if your angle's wrong and I grab the trailer as well, it will bring literally everything. It is not choosy about what it grabs, so make sure you're happy with the position before you release the bales, because yeah, you won't get it off. You won't be able to do it once you've literally, let's just try that. Let's see, I'm happy with that, that's good. I do love this little trailer now, especially with using these. Now if you use individual bales on this, because it's got wheels in the middle, it's the very end weak, either end. If you put bales on, they'll collapse. You have to, what I tended to do was to stick another tractor on it, but obviously in real life that's not always possible. It's not necessarily what you would do, so I love the fact that this actually even compensates for the fact that that is the shortcoming of that trailer. It's, yeah, it's a little, again, I always say this, it is about foibles. Everything has got foibles. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, and it's, sometimes we sort of think that everything's got knacks. You've got to learn those knacks the best way you can possibly learn to cope with anything in FS, really. Nothing's ever perfect. Some things work better with certain tractors, some things I've got a huge learning curve, and when you master it, it's fantastic. Other things are just poorly made. There are some mods that are poor and they will remain poor. Some modders are better than others. Whoa, that's a new one on me. I've never had that before. Well, again, yeah, proofing, that is true. I've never had that ever do that before, where it's, yeah, done that. So let's grab another tractor. Where have all my tractors gone? Oh dear, yeah, it's been a long session, been a productive one. Just have a look how big the actual field is now. It's been cut on the actual map. Let's pull out a bit. Yeah, you can see, although it's a big field, there's still plenty of big fields. That's just one bit we've cleared out. Now this, as I said, is a new clear Let's Play. This is not one I'm going to play to the completion. This is one I'm trying to highlight things on the map. I don't mean I would never revisit, and if anybody wanted me to continue this, or enough people wanted me to continue as a Let's Play, I would. But this is me just trying to highlight a new map and give it some airtime where people can see just how beautiful and good it is. So right, let's see if this fares better, because I have had issues with this modded Massey as well on my Erlingrat, so no, that's fine. Yeah, that's spot on. It really is. Just could be down to horses, or could be down to, again, yeah, certain tractors are better at some things and better with certain implements than others, so it is one of those things. Swings and roundabouts. Right, get these off the field, and next time we shall create a field and start September. What can we actually plant? Thinking about this: canola, barley and wheat. I think we'll go wheat. I do. Can't remember what I said last time. I always start with canola, so I'm definitely not starting with canola this time. Definitely not. Now then, no, I suppose I could go for that one and go stack that 3 high. Gonna have to be a bit uneven on this one, I think. Like pulling over each other, they sort of push the. That's about as good as that's going to get. Ooh, I've left myself a bit of a puzzle now. That middle one. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 bales. That is good going. Not sure what we're going to get for that, but quite a bit. Yeah, definitely think we will quite pay for some of this equipment, and that's, I say, if you can get things that are going to do. Oh, it's not. Can I shove underneath that? Ooh, what's going to cause? Yeah. Now then, this is a case in question. The only way I can get that back on now is by nudging it. I can't grab it unless I can grab the free air where there's nothing underneath it. I could then do it. I can't grab that in the middle ever again, not whilst it's on the trailer, because I'll grab the bales and everything on it. So yeah, the only way I can actually do anything is by nudging that now. Ooh, yeah, and then see, sometimes. Yeah, one thing leads to another. It's like a. Let's push that off, I think. Okay. See if we can nudge that forwards a little. I doubt it though. I think we're going to have to sort of put up with this poorly done, because once you make a mistake with this, as I said, and yeah, I can't even grab the end of that without it affecting the rest. See if we can give it a nudge. I don't think we'll be able to, if I'm honest, but it's worth a shot. You never know. It's not too bad. Oh, okay, better than I thought. This time though, let's put some straps over it so it won't move. Let's try that again. Yeah, when we've done this with enders, so that's going to be quite a bit of money. Each one of those 6-ton bales is 21 times 6. It's over 100 tons. That's not very even. That's not bad. 100 tons. is quite a lot of money. It really is. So we may well pay for, even if it's just the extractor, it's definitely well worth doing. If we did this for every single field, you would use all of your resources. You certainly wouldn't waste anything. You couldn't afford to. Right, if we don't strap that down, the weight's going to take that. Right. Okay. Let's get the other straight one and we'll stick the last one on top. We've never gone 4 high on this. Not sure if the straps will go. Some trailers only go 3 high, some will go 4. Depends on the make. Lizard trailers that converts to trailers and a Bale trailer, they do go 4 high, and then there's, can't remember which other one I used, and it only went 3 high. It does vary from trailer to trailer, it really does. Let's try and make that weight a little bit better. Love the way you can nudge bales to make up for the fact that weight, when you're leaning on something else, it makes up for the fact that that would send your... Ooh. Not perfect, but yeah, it'll do. I do love the way how easy it is to stack this when you've got these as big bricks almost. It's not pretty, but then again I've had small bales that aren't pretty. It's not, yeah, my stacking, it varies. I do agree with Mr. CLP on that. It's another thing, you do get good and bad days, and Daggerwin, you get good and bad days with stacking. Some days you can be on fire and everything looks perfect, other days it can be an absolute mess. You're crashing around like a mad thing, and yeah, this is an in-between day. Let's see, can you do 4 high? You can indeed. Excellent. Wow. Let's get these off the field. Next time we should cultivate. We should use the allow create fields. Of course, we're going to take the ploughing hit because we won't have ploughed the fields. I realise that, but hey ho. Yeah, you can't afford always. Sometimes you have to make do. I was thinking this earlier. I consider plumbers and farmers to be some of the most creative individuals who've had to improvise. In fact, many farm implements that we have today arose from farmers creating, a bit like the transport box. If you imagine that could indeed be used as the other one, the Joskin is, to actually, all a proper seed box is, the proper ones that you pay 20 grand for, are pretty ones of these. All they are is an adapted thing like that, with often with pumps and tubes that pump from one to another. If you added tubes and pumps to that, it could pump exactly the same to this, just as the proper boxes. The only thing is, obviously you're paying for the name and the prettiness, as many things in life, as things have become less functional, more about aesthetics. Yeah, sometimes you are paying for aesthetics heavily. You might be paying for the class brand that you like rather than a Joskin box. But all of these arose from farmers using simple things like a box that they then adapted. So yes, the implements that we see that are pretty, all the sculpting that you get on the tractors, in our day it has become more about aesthetics as well as function. In fact, sometimes it can be more about aesthetics than it can function. There's many a jacket designed with looks over actual use. If it rained, it would ruin the jacket, whereas truthfully a jacket's supposed to be designed to keep the weather off you, keep you warm and dry. And sometimes modern jackets can be more about prettiness. So yes, again, in our time we seem to have gone more the other way, where aesthetics come before. Right, let's crack on. Let's just move that last thing off the field. Always like to prepare for the next session. I've got the seeder that's ready for action. Just need to get a field cut out, set that going, get wheat Not soy, as I said earlier, because it's not the soy season, and I'm not going to waste time. I'd sooner. Mind you, let's think about that. Straw. Are we better to wait for April? Now, if we plant wheat, we harvest wheat. Yeah, do you know, I think I will. We're going to wait for soybeans. We'll prepare the field because we've got a lot of other things that we can do. And as I said, this is not really about me having a full-blown Let's Play. This is about me showing the map's potential and what you can do, and also to have a fun with mods, to show some new mods where possible. I mean, obviously we're using some things that aren't mod. Also show a bit like that. Right, so that's ready for action next time. We shall start cultivating that field. We shall start stripping whilst the cultivator and the seeder are going. We will get cracking and we'll start to create a second field. Yeah, but as I said, this is a very short Let's Play just to show potential, because we've all seen No Man's Land, we've all seen Calmlands. This is a Pioneer map, but I do like to think there's something special about Pioneer maps. There really is. It's you against the environment. There are no contracts. I do love that, and also the fact if you try to bring in the realism element of you're out in the middle of nowhere. That's why I didn't want the multi-fruit buying station on the edge of my farm. I wanted to simulate the fact that we've got to go and pick up our bits and bobs, and if like that log trader it's a bit bad, you've got to put up with it for a bit. You can't just suddenly not cut trees because you've got to wait 2 months for something to be shipped in. You've got to wait that 2 months and use what you've got already. Improvise, put up with it for a little while, and I'm trying to simulate that on this particular Let's Play to actually work along with the Pioneer idea. Anyway, enough waffling for me. Our money is down, but it will be up again. I'm sure I'm right. Let's just have a quick look. Let's just check. I'm sure I am right. It was 21 bales. It was, yeah, 21 bales. Smashing. 11 trees cut down in total. Yeah, not bad. 1 set of grass cuts, and yeah, I'm quite chuffed. We did a nice clean-up job on it. And next time we shall, as they be cutting our first field. So I hope you're going to stick around and see where we're going to go on this nuclear Let's Play. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.